Hi there, Nigel Saunders here of KW Bonsai. About 7 months ago, I was at the Canadian National Exhibition, which is a fair, and there's this display of all these fantastic flowering plants, and I was looking at them. They smell beautiful, they look beautiful, and they're called Plumerias, and they're native to like Central America, Mexico, that kind of an area, and there's a picture of one as a kind of almost a tree-like bush. And I thought, I wonder if you could make a bonsai out of one. So I went on the internet, and there's lots of videos on the internet and YouTube on planting plumeria and growing them to flower and that. And some people have them in their backyards in warmer areas as beautiful flowering shrubs. But I couldn't find anything on actually trying to make a bonsai out of one, so here we are. There are several different colors of flowers you can get. I picked I think a pale purplish type color. Look, that's the one that appealed to me. And when you buy it, it's just a stick, and I think the end is sealed with a bit of wax or something. And they're not cheap. I think I paid $12 for this stick. So the instructions were to plant it and keep it warm and humid. So I put it in the greenhouse right away. And nothing happened. It just stayed a shriveled up, miserable looking stick. About 3 weeks ago, I noticed that the stick was going from a shriveled up looking miserable stick, and it was starting to get a little plumper. And then I noticed the top of it here was starting to turn a bit of a green color and some reddish tinges on some of these things sticking up here. And then last week I got a small leaf sticking up from the center of the stick. Also in the soil down here, I have a little root that's coming out. So it shows that the stick is rooting, which is exciting. My intention is not to have this tree flower in its first or second year. I'm going to be pruning it for structure only, so trying to create a tree form out of the plant. And I think we can do that. I think we'll make a very nice bonsai out of it. And then when we get the structure in place, I'll let it flower. So the videos coming up on this plumeria will be mainly pruning it for structure and shape, and then someday we'll let it flower. I'll show you some shots of some mature plumerias to give you an idea of what kind of structure we're going to be going for. I had pretty well given up on my plumeria. I thought it was just dead. I had kept it in the corner of the plant room and I watered it, probably not as much as I should have, but I did. And well, the guy told me when I bought it that he'd give me my money back if it didn't take root and grow. So I was expecting to have to take my dead stick back to him and get my money back or replace it with another one. So I'm happy that it's growing. Today's update is my lemon tree bonsai. This tree is probably 25 to 30 years old now. It was started from a seed. The tree's growing really well. Some of this upper branch structure is starting to turn woody, which is nice. But it is due for a big pruning at the top, probably reducing the height down to about here eventually. I think what I'll do is let the top growth grow a little more, get some more strength in the tree, and then we'll prune it off shorter, maybe midsummer. Right now the leaves are really huge on the tree. That's the winter growth. It doesn't get the same light as outdoors, and also it doesn't have a lot of ramification in the upper structure yet. We're just slowly kind of building it. I'll rotate the tree around so you can see some of this upper structure. So that's an update on the lemon tree bonsai. So today I was just introducing the Plumeria that will be training in the upcoming years. So I think there's a lesson to be learned from this, is that sometimes don't give up on a tree if it's not showing signs of life. They do go dormant. So yeah, there's a lesson in there somewhere. So Nigel Saunders of KW Bonsai, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.